starting in about an hour. We watched a few cars come rolling in, and we're going to wait until it fills in a little bit and hopefully walk through here and take a look at some of them individually. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully it doesn't rain, because we have had some sprinkles that could end all of this. But I hope you enjoy it, and if you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But anyway, let's take a look at this out here, and again, I hope you enjoy it. Now here's a newer model Dodge Challenger, which I do still like it, even though it's a newer car. I really like the striping they put on here with the red and the black. It kind of reminds me in a way of what Shelby does with their new Mustangs. Since we're in Georgia, it seems appropriate they put a Georgia Bulldog there on the side of the fender there. Here we have a 73 Corvette. You can tell by the back bumper back there that it still has. And this one will be a 74 through 77, I think. Somewhere in that area. Here's a little 240Z. I had a friend when I was a teenager had one of these, and that car was so much fun. Here's a nice little 57 Chevrolet, and it is a 4-door hardtop, which they're kind of rare. That 4-door hardtop there, the roof line, even though it's a 4-door, it still looks very sporty. I like that. Ferrari through here. Nice little black Ford Roadster here. Here's a nice little 56 Chevrolet hardtop. It's very original looking, all the way down to the wide white walls and the fender skirts. I guess that's a 265 in there, I'm guessing. Yeah, very nice and original looking here on the inside. Here's a baby blue T-Bird, I guess somewhere in the mid-60s, I'm guessing. Here's a blue and white Chevrolet. The plates say 1953 on it. Still has that straight 6-cylinder engine in there. There's probably 3 on the tree, I bet. Let's take a look. Oh, this one is an automatic. Right beside this 53 Chevrolet is a 53 Ford. And this one was an old Atlanta police car. And right beside it is a 1970 Camaro. And boy, this one is sharp. It's black and it is very straight. It's a good looking car. Very industrial looking, small block in there, it looks like. Now, I have a hard time identifying these 70 through 73 Camaros because there's very little difference in them. But one of the differences from year to year is this emblem here on the front, but I don't know what the differences are on those. So that makes it hard for me to remember. Got that dual gate shifter in here. Now this is also set up, I guess, what I would call 70s style, where we would have the wide tires in the back and the narrow, or slightly more narrow in the front. Now, this little rat rod style truck right here, loaded with patina and rust. You can see it's got an old skull and crossbones of sorts there on the door. Looks like a Survivor 68 Camaro, and I see things like this and it excites me because look, it's still got the hubcaps on it. It looks like it's in the original paint. You can see how it's flaked off and faded a little bit there, and it's got the nose strap on it. Small black Chevy, looks like probably a 2-barrel in there, 327 badging on it. Car doesn't have power brakes, even there's no brake booster. This is just a very base car with the addition of the stripe, I guess you'd say, the nose stripe. Looks like original interior inside. I don't know if you can tell that much through the window. The window's up here, and there's pollen everywhere today. Little bright red Falcon Ranchero here. Somebody's done a lot of work to it. I like the little baby moon on the black rim. Hubcaps there, little dish hubcaps. Interior looks very original. The seats look like they might be a little bit more padded than what would have been new, which it may have actually had a bench seat in it at one time. The bed has a few dings from over the years, but not very many. It's actually in really good shape. Now, this Ranchero is Chevrolet's version from a few years later, the El Camino. The Falcon, I guess, probably mid-60s. This is like a 69, maybe 68 El Camino. Actually, the plates say 1970. I see the front end is definitely a 1970. And over there is a 72 model beside of it.
Right, the Firebird I've got is got grandpa bought right off the train. So it's more of a family heirloom.
Little Chevy pickup trucks over here around the early 70s, I guess, like 60 or early 70s. This is actually a 4-wheel drive with the locking hubs on there. And this other one here, it's actually been lowered. And modified. Got the inner fender wells removed here. You can really see the way those A-frame control arms work there. Bright red Ferrari, which I think if you have a Ferrari, it should be red. Told by the owner, this car was restored about 40 years ago, and it still looks great. Here's a little 66 or 67 Chevy 2 Nova here. You can see they've transplanted in a Corvette LS engine, which I'm sure makes it go down the road much quicker than it would have when it was new. Really good job too. It's really clean in there. And it's good to see there's some manual transmission in there. I bet that is a lot of fun. Here's a couple of 55 Chevrolets. I think they're both 210s. This was kind of an orange and off-white, and the other one is more red and cleaner white. This one has the California tip caps, or whatever you refer to them as, there on the front grille or bumper. Sharp 69 Camaro, kind of a burgundy looking red, black stripes, got that black vinyl top on it there, and the rally wheels, which I always thought looked really good on these. It's got the 396 big block engine, and it's showing the one with 375 horse, which I think they had one at 375 and one at 325, if I'm not mistaken. It is a manual transmission. Really clean little Camaro here. Even the trunk is really clean. And beside the 69 Camaro is a 69 Corvette. It's got those side pipes on it. Those are probably factory. Got a 350 in here. And this also is a manual transmission. One here in here beside of us. Is that a Plymouth Superbird? Expect to see this here. Let's meander over there in a minute and take a look at what's under the hood. Wow, look at that, 426 under the hood. These cars are starting to fill in more and more as the day goes on.
A lot of the
Now, the owner did tell me he got to drive this at Talladega, and he said it was a very interesting experience for him. Here's a 1940 Buick 4-door, and it has the straight 8 engine in here. So it's got this kind of glowing hood on it that opens up from each side. There's that big long 8-cylinder engine. And it looks like it's fed by a 1 or 2 barrel carburetor over there. And I've seen these cars a lot in the past, but I never realized that the hood latch is actually part of this chrome trim over here on the side. Look at all the room in there. And the back here is kind of like a big love seat. Here's a little Maverick made by Ford. And I guess this was probably early 70s. Late 60s, early 70s, somewhere around that area. Probably early 70s. But when you don't see them very often, but when you do see them, usually don't have an engine like this in here. Heard this little S10 when he came rolling in. He was pretty loud. Well, this thing's set up for racing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's all business. 8 mile.
Here's a little silver Mustang. It's, I guess, around 65, 66, somewhere in there. Got that fastback roof line, which is always cool. It's got air in there. 89 engine. And for some reason, whenever I see this light bar here, it reminds me of 57 Chevrolet, the light bar. I don't know if they kind of mimic that styling in a way there or what, but I've always reminded me of the 57 when I see that. And here's a 71 El Camino. Got a 350. Now on a 71 to 72 Chevelle, they look very similar, but one of the ways to tell them apart pretty quick is the 71 will have these two lights right here, whereas on the 72 model will be one solid piece light there. Just looking at the paperwork here, which is blowing in the wind now, but it says it has 21,000 original miles, original paint, original bottle top, original spare, everything's original almost on this car. But he said this car actually showed up on eBay about 5 years ago.
289.
Four-van convertible. As you know, the engine's in the back on this one, and the trunk is in the front.
We've not restored it. The original.
Here's a really pretty blue on this Nova right here with black stripes. And I like the way he's got it kind of set up a little bit at the front end. Here's a Jack Roush edition Mustang, I guess early 2000s. As you know, Jack Roush, he is I think a team owner in NASCAR, or at least he was. I don't know if he's still involved in it or not. I don't know what this is, but it looks like they've turned it into some type of sand buggy or something. And here's a Nissan GTR, which I don't really know a lot about these. It's a really good looking car though. Here's a little Survivor Doodlebug they've sprayed clear over. Now here's a Pontiac Tempest. I think it's around maybe 66 model or so. As you can see, a lot of modifications been done in the engine compartment. Well, that's a good looking car right there. Got the red line tires on it. And I think those dual tips, I don't know if those came factory or not on there. Well, this is really nice. Got the manual transmission in it. Here's a Plymouth Barracuda. I'm gonna take a wild guess, 66 or 67, somewhere in there. Like that fast back on there. American Motors had a car called the Marlin that was very similar to the Barracuda in the way that back glass looked coming down there. And one of the neat things about these cars back in the day is the back seat would actually fold flat down to make a big cargo area back there. And here's a late 60s Ford truck there, got a lot of patina on it. He's lowered it, and I do like the way he's made a couple little cutouts here for the exhaust. How you like these big fins on this Cadillac here? Kind of reminds me of, I don't know if it's the same year model or not, but reminds me of Ecto 1 and Ghostbusters. Of course, theirs was a station wagon or ambulance, I think it was made out of. Got a nice interior. Look at the grill on this car here. That was art. Look at the Edsel here in green. Actually looks good. I like it. And when I heard the car come in, it was rumbling pretty loud too as it come rolling in. Another shot of that Edsel from the other direction here. Here's a 48 Ford. It is a 4-door, and I see the rear doors are suicide doors on this one. See, it looks like a big block down in there. Saw this truck pull in, it really got my attention, that bright orange there. It is really a beautiful truck. And it's beginning to rain. It says it's a 53 model Chevrolet. Here's a bad Corvette sitting beside of here. Here's a Dodge Coronet 500 it says. I'm guessing 66, 67. 383 in here. Really original looking under the hood here. Got mid-50s Buick. And if you're not familiar with Buicks, you can tell it's a Buick by those holes in the side of the fender there. That was their trademark styling that they used back in the day. All original underneath there. And then the inside looks all original too. I wish the window was down so you could see the dash a little bit better. The way it just rolls over there, it's pretty neat looking. I really like the blue Chevy pickup truck right here. This is really nice. If I could just go out and buy me a pickup truck today, this might be the type I would want right here. Got houndstooth interior in here with a console and some bucket seats. That wouldn't have been original, but it looks really good in there. And that bed is really, really clean and straight. Here's a 36 Chevrolet in red. And let me show you the engine in this one. That's just really good and well done, clean in there. That spare there, neat the way they got it in there. Has the rumble seats in the back here, and it was hard to get in, but this step back here on the bumper, then the other one on the fender here, you would climb up on those to get over into the rumble seat. I noticed, look at this Dr. Pepper drive safely, I don't know what you call it, tag cap or something. But anyway, it's pretty neat looking on there. I don't know if I've ever saw this Dr. Pepper. I'll look around the other side. It's got Shell. Maybe it's something that was promoted by Shell gasoline back in the day. Now, I really like this 56 Chevrolet truck. He's got it set up kind of old school style. It's flat black paint with some pinstriping on it here. And let me show you the engine. He's actually got a straight 6 with two, I guess, 1 barrel, 2 barrel carburetors on there. Got an Offenhauser valve cover on there. I like these painted wheels that he has with the beauty rings. Chrome center cap with those wide white walls. It really looks good on there. And I notice he has a really nice wood bed in here. Well, it looks like we basically got a street legal dirt track car right here, what it looks like, all the way down to a 2 chassis. Got the roll cage in here. That's cool on the street. Okay, we saw a couple of El Caminos earlier, and this is a 69 El Camino. Look how clean this little Chevrolet is right here. I don't know if you call this a passenger van like a Suburban or what, but it's really clean, mid-60s Chevy. See, they put later model seats in here. And look how they painted the insets white on the door there with a red trim band around it. Well, this is really a clean little vehicle right here. He's got the back window open back here where you can look in. Really nice. And here's a Ford Woody Wagon. I think it says it's a 1950 model. He's got the surfboards on the top. Got the painted wheels with the beauty rims on there. Looks really good. Flathead V8 with two barrels or one barrels. I don't know for sure which they are. Check out the license plate frame right here. It says Experience Yosemite. And here's a 1947 Ford, it says. Looks like what's probably a Chevy V8 in there. Yeah, it says 327 there on the valve cover. Here's a Fireball 8 engine in here, straight 8-cylinder. Well, everybody, I guess that's going to be our look around the car show here in Acworth today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get around to some more car shows before long. But until then, may you be blessed, and see you in the next video.
the sticker on it.